Losing Human Part 1 by Aaron Dennis. It was supposed to be sad.
I can't believe that's it. Growing up, Granddad was always around. Guess I'll just have to keep his memory alive, you know? Stephen, are you even listening to me?
Dr. Stephen Heisler and his girlfriend Greta stood outside the funeral home. It was a dreary day, cold and windy. Greta's red, teary eyes twitched in fury. Heisler, as usual, was miles away.
I just lost my grandfather. What the hell is wrong with you? You can't even give me your attention?
Honey, I heard every word. I don't know what I'm supposed to say here.
Gee, I don't know, how about, it'll be all right. I'm here for you. I love you.
He just looked at her with a staid expression. Greta was a beautiful woman, even in mourning with her smile lines and button nose.
Don't you believe in God?
What? You know I do. So what? Is this your way of mocking my religious beliefs?
That isn't it at all. Your beliefs tell you this man has moved on to a better place. Heaven, and there, he rests in the glory of God. Why would you be sad about that?
Oh my God, I can't even look at you right now, Stephen. I mean, you really don't get it, that I have a hole in my heart? My beloved grandfather, a man I can't even comprehend a life without him. He's gone. I'm sad, Stephen, because I'm never going to see him again.
She explained in disbelief. Again, he just looked at her. An old couple approached during their exchange. Greta, honey, her father called. Why don't you ride home with us?
Here!
She yelled, throwing a set of keys at Heisler.
Thanks, Dad.
He didn't catch the keys. They bounced off his black coat and jingled on hitting the concrete. Greta's father glared at him. Heisler didn't mind.
They're just acting out based on emotions. Everyone does that.
He bent over, snatched the keys, then made his way to the Ford Expedition. He climbed in, but waited for the crowds to disperse.
All these people, all of them, they're only acting like they feel these particular ways. So what if her grandfather is dead? She didn't act like this when she got the call. No, she was in shock. Then, days later, miraculously, she's sad. Ridiculous.
Most everyone left. He turned the key, then started the drive home. His phone rang about a mile down the road. Using the hands-free device, he answered. Project Human.
Decker, what have you got?
Heisler asked from behind the wheel of his expedition.
Stevie, you won't believe it. Come to the lab right away. It's working. Can you believe it? It's freaking working.
His colleague, Charles Decker, knew better than to call him Stevie, but Decker never cared, especially when he was excited. His partner was ecstatic about the work in progress, uploading intelligences into a digital system.
All right, Decker, I'm coming in. Keep your pants on.
He took the next exit on the interstate, turned around, and headed towards MIT. For months, the team of programmers, neuroscientists, and roboticists worked in unison to complete Project Human. The first step, after the completion of a mobile robotic construct, or MRC, was uploading brainwaves from a cat into a mainframe. The second step, which had just been successful, was uploading a digital copy from the mainframe into the MRC. Heisler arrived late in the afternoon at the university. He parked, ran inside, scanned in, then proceeded to the lab. Inside, he saw Dr. Decker, the chunky Irishman and programmer of the team, who was all smiles. Heisler walked past the myriads of robotic components he had designed and approached the robotic feline.
Look.
Decker said with wide eyes.
I see it.
Oh, that's it, huh? You see it. Dead inside as always. At least you're consistent.
Heisler smirked. The cat walked around the room, then leapt awkwardly onto a steel table. It seemed to sniff itself.
It genuinely thinks it's a cat.
Where are we on the ape?
What? Years, bud. I don't know why I thought you'd be impressed.
There's nothing impressive. We knew in time this was going to work. Success was imminent. Let's keep monitoring the MRC's activities. I want to know how it behaves with its new body. A cat is designed to survive. Even domesticated felines never relinquish the urge to hunt, mark their territory, and mate.
This was a neutered house cat. It isn't going to want to mate. It won't have any of its biological urges.
I am aware, which is why I wonder what changes in behavior we're going to see.
Boy, you know how to rain on a parade.
Heisler shrugged. They watched the cat move from one area to another. It was evident that the creature required time to adjust to its new balance, its new weight distribution. Constructed of titanium, copper, and silicon, the MRC piddled around, uninterested in much of anything.
See? It's a house cat, Stevie.
Please call me Heisler.
So, you are human. You get upset.
Heisler shot him a look of contempt and derision.
Why did you start this project if you're not invested?
I am invested. I want to see the culmination of our work.
The singularity.
Of course. What else is there? We've gone as far as we can with everything else. I've created all manner of prosthetics and replacement organs, but what's the point?
What's the point? What's the point? We're helping people who are sick. We're helping humans live longer, so they can accomplish more.
More what, Decker?
I don't know. Where would we be if Da Vinci had artificial organs? If he lived to be 300 or something?
Right here. Time, Decker. In time, which is inconsequential, we'd get here, like we did today. It's time for something different, something humanly inconceivable.
Decker rubbed his chunky cheeks. The ramblings of the roboticist were nothing new, but Decker had been so excited that Heisler's usual behavior was a big downer.
Okay, let's change the subject while we wait for the others. How's Greta?
She's fine.
You guys have been together a while now. She getting used to living with someone who's never home?
We're not living together.
What? So you're not going to marry this one either? What's wrong with you? Don't you like companionship? Why do you date?
Heisler drifted away. He observed the MRC.
What's the point? If we attain the singularity, no one will have children, and the only point of children is the propagation of the human race, and the point of that is to uncover new concepts. Why am I in a relationship? I won't have children. Doubtful they'd ever pick up where I leave off anyway.
Well, what are you doing with your life?
That's a stupid question. I won't dignify you with a response.
You're a dick, Stevie.
All right, I'll play. What are you doing with your life?
I got a wife and kids.
See, you aren't doing anything either unless you're here. Like me, whether you like it or not, you're working towards one goal, the culmination of which will lead us to a point in time where the concept of family is as derivative as the last superhero movie. You're only acting like you're supposed to have a wife and kids. Me, I'm not acting. That's all.
Whatever. I'm going out for a smoke.
There you go. You act like you care about them, but then you go to poison yourself and work towards an early grave.
Decker blinked, blindsided by the truth. Then he said the same thing everyone says when they've run up against a logical wall.
Life is short. I'm not going to keep myself from enjoying the little things.
Well, Charlie, I'm only going to enjoy the big things, and when we attain the singularity, I'm going to uncover the biggest thing, truth.
Go home to Greta.
Heisler watched his comrade exit before giving his attention to the MRC. He clicked his tongue a few times, calling the cat. It approached, then rubbed its head against Heisler's calf.
You don't have any more scent glands. Eventually, you'll learn to accomplish more than any cat ever has. Then we'll know just how smart a cat really is.
Over the next few weeks, the MRC grew restless. With no need to carry out mundane tasks, it was relegated to the only need any awareness on Earth exhibited, the need to explore, to perceive, so the team of doctors let it roam around the lab. The MRC, then called Mittens, as was its name prior to being a robot, became a crowd favorite. Naturally, it had monumental business value, an immortal cat with no need for food, litter, shots, and even available to people with allergies. Thank you for listening to Losing Human. Visit storiesbydennis.com for more. Like and subscribe to this YouTube channel.